This video was uploaded by a TikToker named NightmareFiles00. What looks like a cozy kitchen turns terrifying real quick. Let's watch. If you look closely, you can see what seems to be a transparent figure appear on the right side of the frame and walk toward the door, vanishing as quick as it appeared. Items that were placed on the table were thrown violently to the floor by this unseen presence. The man in this video claims he lived alone. He would often hear noises. Objects would move on their own with no explanation. Terrified after seeing what was captured, he decided to pray and try to cleanse the house himself, but things took a turn.
In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave forever and don't come forever and don't come back. I ask you to leave forever. Do not come back into this home. I'm blessed this house. In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave this house. I ask you to leave this house instantly.
As he held the cross and began shouting prayers, he repeatedly implored the entity to leave his home in the name of Jesus Christ. However, the subsequent events that unfolded would forever haunt him.
Jesus Christ, in the name of Jesus Christ, leave my home right away. In the name of Jesus Christ, leave my home right away.
After witnessing the terrifying events unfolding around him, the man panicked, ran out of the apartment, and reportedly moved out the very next day. If you were in his place, what would you have done? Comment below. In August of 2025, a mother by social media named Bad Mom uploaded a chilling video. The mother only just moved into this house with her daughter a little over a month and a half ago, and after witnessing what she saw on camera, she's convinced the place is haunted. Her daughter was alone downstairs playing by herself when their indoor security camera captured something disturbing. One night, her mother is upstairs taking a shower while her daughter is playing downstairs when out of nowhere, this happens.
Blowing off steam. But now at the casino, she's playing to avenge Paul's death. She lures Victor into a trap, letting him gain his confidence, win a few hands just to see what his tendencies are. But then she goes for the throat.
Within 4 hours, Sally has cleaned Victor out, winning the entire $100,000.
Frequently in a poker game like this, because the stakes are so high and emotions are so high, often these disputes are carried away from the poker table. You would become so angry that you would act out violently.
Instead of just leaving the game this time, Sally's scared.
First, something falls on the floor. Then the girl exclaims in pain and holds her arm, feeling a sharp sensation. She immediately rushes upstairs to inform her mother that something had touched her arm. Her mother, filled with concern for her daughter's safety, examines her arm and finds an undeniable evidence of the incident. A large red mark had been left on her arm, but there was no sign of anything there at the time. Moreover, the girl didn't have anything on her or nearby that could have caused this. Her mother mentioned that the picture was only taken minutes after the incident. She then reviews the Ring camera footage and notices a small object directly in front of her daughter. Subsequently, the bag falls all on its own, leading her to conclude that something paranormal was responsible for the events. I would love to hear your thoughts on this matter. The following video is from a graphic designer who recently launched his own clothing business and set up a workshop for his inventory. While rummaging through a garage dumpster, he stumbled upon some peculiar-looking mannequins. However, not long after, inexplicable phenomena began to occur within the workshop. He started waking up at night, feeling a sense of being watched and hearing noises at the door. One particular night, around 3 a.m., he woke up to the same unsettling experience. This time, he decided to record the incident on his phone.
Es la primera vez que me animo a grabar esto. Ya van varias veces que me vienen despertando a la noche. Siento que a veces viene alguien hasta acá al lado mío o siento que tocan algo acá en la mesita. El sonido de la puerta y yo duermo acá con la puerta cerrada. Así que nada, voy a ver qué carajo. La verdad nunca me levanté hasta ahora. Concha de la lora, no, boludo, no. No jodas, boludo. No jodas. Es el maniquí, boludo. Es el maniquí, la concha de la lora. Me chupa 3 huevos, me voy a fijar igual, boludo. Se la concha de su madre. Qué hija de puta, boludo. No te la puedo creer. Y escuché hace un ratito escuché que deslizaban esto. Como si estuvieran revisando la ropa, boludo. Alto cagazo me hizo pegar esta mierda. La concha de la madre, boludo, no.
What appears to be the head of a person or something peeks out from behind a corner, only to quickly disappear as the camera pans away and back. However, when he enters the room, there's no one there. Suddenly, one of the mannequins rotates towards him on its own, startling him and causing him to flee the room. The next day, while working in the workshop, he decides to set up a camera. Then, this happens. The mannequin turns to face him all on its own. A few nights later, it's around 3:33 a.m. when he's finishing up at the workshop. Then something chilling is captured. Watch closely.
Bueno, esto parece que se rompió. No sé quién habrá sido. Y toda la ropa en el piso. Esto es una locura. Yo no puedo creer esto. Yo no puedo creer. No puedo creer esto. ¡Ah! No puedo creer, loco. Y está ahí como si nada. Es esto.
The mannequin rotates, and then clothes fall off the clothing line all on their own. He believes this mannequin is the cause for the activity and that it's haunted. But what do you think? Mina TikTok account uses this profile to document the haunting that has been plaguing her home. Martina and her family have been experiencing a rather intense haunting with an entity that refuses to leave their residence. The force lurking in their house is not afraid to make its presence known.
Mom?
As her sons are playing video games, an unseen force pull the young boy back away from the TV, very clearly demonstrating a terrifying amount of strength. On another night, while Martina was asleep in bed, something got a little too close for comfort. Ashley, they're asleep. Something invisible started lifting her hair. After the TV turned on by itself, Martina woke up to find something still playing in her hair. Besides her son, Martina also has a small baby in the house who has experienced this phenomenon as well.
Go away, what you want to do? No! Go away, no more! Go away, I'm kidding, go away! Leave us alone, leave us alone! Leave us alone! Zina, we are not scared!
After the baby walker flew across the floor, Martina stormed in the room, clearly fed up with everything they've been experiencing. And we can all learn something from Martina. Try to shoosh it away with an umbrella. A woman named Jewel from TikTok was at work one day when she received a notification indicating movement in her living room. Since no one was home, she immediately reviewed the footage and was shocked to see what she saw. As the clip begins, the bathroom light flickered on and off. And just a moment later, a pixelated figure can be seen walking by. This chilling figure moved from right to left before going out of view. Despite the quality of this video, there's no denying that something was in the house. What do you think is going on in the clip? The next video comes from a woman who recently moved into her home with her daughter. It was passed on to her by her grandfather, who has passed away. Every time she left the house and returned, she noticed that her daughter's bedroom light was on, even though she was sure she had turned it off.
Me voy a hacer este video para ver si está prendida la luz de la pieza de las nenas. Tengo miedo. Yo ayer la apagué. Ay, la recontra de la lona. ¿Cómo puede ser? ¿Cómo puede ser? A ver si está abierta la puerta del placar. Y la puerta del placar abierta, la concha de la puta lora.
Seeing the closet door standing open with the light on sent chills down her spine. After her daughter vehemently denied any involvement, she couldn't shake the feeling of something paranormal. It was especially unsettling because the house once belonged to her grandfather, who had passed away, and the room used to be his bedroom.
Yo dejé ya prendida la luz, cosa que no tener que volver y que me encuentre con la luz prendida. O sea, que se me vuelva a prender porque la verdad es que me da mucho miedo de verdad. La puerta del placar no se volvió a abrir, es un ropero antiguo. Esta era la casa de mis abuelos. Mi abuelo falleció hace 3 años y esta era su habitación, así que a veces siento que está conectado él en esta casa. Pero más allá que es mi abuelo, me da miedo. Así que nada, no la vuelvo a apagar. Pero está todo en armonía y no hay nada extraño ni nada raro, sino que no vuelvo a apagar la luz.
She believes her grandfather might be using the bedroom mirror as a portal to communicate with her. However, some viewers think it could be something far more sinister, pretending to be her grandfather. Later, after the wardrobe opened on its own, she looked inside and found several unsettling items. A photo of her great-grandparents, her grandmother's basket, a creepy clown doll, and a broken doll stuffed inside an old suitcase. She had never intended to create paranormal content and believed this would be the end of it. However, after being accused of faking everything, she decided to upload a follow-up video.
Acá vengo, en teoría la luz tendría que estar prendida, como ayer cuando vine, que estaba prendida porque no la volví a apagar. Así que ahora vamos a ver con qué nos encontramos. Vamos a cerrar el garage. Muy bien. Ay. Vamos a ver con qué nos encontramos hoy. Igual esto no sé si está bueno porque no sé si estoy abriendo algún portal. Creo que va a ser el último video que hago porque no está bueno estar molestando a las almas. En teoría tendría que estar la luz prendida. Ahí se escucha el gato de mi vecino. Ahí no hay luz. Ah, sí hay luz. Bueno, no me anda la living. Está como muy oscura la casa. Yo tendré luz porque me da un poquito de miedo hoy. Estoy como asustada. Ah, no te la puedo creer. ¿Y por qué se desenfoca? No sé. Pero la luz está apagada. Quiero ver si es que hay algún problema. Quiero ver si es que hay algún problema con la lamparita o algo. Ah, no, listo. Listo, buenísimo. Se apagó la luz, o sea, yo no la apagué. Claramente no sé por qué está apagada.
She explains that she now leaves the light on at night so she doesn't get scared. But by the next morning, she always finds it turned off again. One morning, she notices her daughter's toy cat, and what she sees sends chills down her spine.
Acá estamos. La luz sigue prendida. ¿Qué es eso? Esto es joda. ¡La madre que lo parió!
The toy cat, which can only be activated by pressing a button, inexplicably turns on by itself as soon as she approaches it. The toy starts moving on its own. Many viewers speculated that it might be a motion sensor toy, so she decided to make another follow-up video to prove them wrong.
Quiero mostrar una cosa, porque después me van a decir que el gato tiene una palanquita o algo para que camine o que haga miau o algo de esas cosas. La realidad es que no tiene nada, es un gato de mis hijas que solamente funciona si vos le apretás acá un botoncito que tiene. Quiero mostrar. O sea, si uno no lo aprieta, el gato no funciona. O sea, esto es real. Esto es real. No tiene nada, o sea, no tiene palanca, nada. Es solo si uno lo aprieta, que lo acabo de apretar.
She demonstrates that the toy only functions when the button is pressed, and once pressed, it immediately begins moving. However, earlier, it seemed to react to her presence, which adds to the unsettling atmosphere. She also mentions that the wardrobe was extremely old, but she had recently renovated it and reorganized the room. She discarded the old, creepy dolls, and since then, there have been no further occurrences. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, subscribe and see you in the next